Sorry about the lighting change. My lamp fell over, so that's just going to be a complete fuck up. But, anyways, as I was saying, the most disappointing comic book, the recent comic book that I've read is actually. I don't think I could say that it's one comic because, or we'll just go with most disappointing title because Thanos Rising or whatever the hell the prequel comic to the whole Infinity thing was just kind of really stupid. And I don't want to turn around and say that it's rage inspiring because I would have had to have cared about Thanos to begin with to really, find rage in it. But no, it's the most disappointing because you turn around and, which actually jumps to, it is really tied with a lot of titles from Forever Evil's villains, not like Faces of Evil, did, which had great covers, but really didn't do anything. But anyway, Faces of Evil came out in 2008, 2009, maybe. But anyways, you have Thanos. He's over here, and then you have Darkseid and Mongol. Although Mongols, I think, was told better. Not in. I don't think it was during the Forever Evil thing, but there was actually this really good Mongol story way back when. Okay, maybe like a couple years ago, but can't even remember it. But that did it right. They made him a sympathetic character, and instead of turning around like Darkseid or what Thanos tried doing, turn around and instead of going, but look, he's really a good character. He's really a good person. He's just misunderstood and was forced down this path. You see where he's a tragic villain. You see where Mongol's a tragic villain. So most disappointing, as convoluted as everything I just said was, most disappointing would have to fall under either Thanos Rising. No, no, wait. I was completely wrong. Age of Ultron. The fuck was that? It counts as recent. It came out earlier this year. Yeah, that's recent. Next question goes, and biggest rage comic. Biggest recent rage comic? I can find a lot of little nitpicks that really make me, pissed off, like Amanda Waller being thin. Although I got used to that actually a lot quicker than I thought I would. But she's still the same character, just slim fast. Did down. Biggest rage comic. Battle of the Atom. The biggest thing that any comic book can be is pointless. And I don't know how Infinity is doing because I'm waiting until that gets all collected up and to, actually read it. But Battle of the Atom. You got fine. You got some decent fights. You got future Brotherhood and future X-Men, future and past bullshit. But nothing happened. Except maybe, the whole Kitty going from Wolvie to Sykes team. That's all. Yeah, that's a kind of big event because Kitty Pryde was what? Headmistress of the school, the Jean Grey School for Learned. I don't know. But, so yeah, I think Battle for the Atom is actually, or Battle of the Atom, for the Atom. The Battling Atom, children, is the biggest rage comic, and and it's not even that I can rage, which is actually what I really do like. Modern comics, yeah, you can be pissy, but okay. There's a couple new the Forever Evils that still kind of rage me, but for overall, the comic company, both of them are still even going good, which actually leads into the next question, which is who's winning the war between DC and Marvel? And this is gonna sound so contrite and so stupid, cliched, but we're winning. As much as I do, but I bitch about Marvel a lot because I grew up on the '80s Marvel. I wasn't around for the '90s breakdown, spec boom of Ultimate Destiny. I wasn't around for, you know, great events like Emerald Twilight or the death of Superman, or, well, I was around, but I wasn't into comics at the time. I was elsewhere. So I think right now we're winning the whole thing because DC is doing their best. Because let's be honest, the No Marriage Act wasn't against strictly, Batwoman and Maggie Sawyer. The spoilers, technically, yeah, shrug. But the No Marriage Act was meant to be okay, to be good for us because people look at the Superman Wonder Woman thing. They tied the knot tomorrow, blasphemy, and Didio may actually be killed. But so who's winning? I think in numbers of strictly just looking at comics, I think DC's winning. For talking franchise overall, Marvel is when it comes to pop culture and what the popular subconscious understands. Mostly, though, I think the real winners have been the indie fields, be it Image, which, oh, trust me, I am doing a video to attempt to sway the ties against certain prejudices against Image. Valiant has had the best relaunch of any title ever, period. I mean, they relaunched what, last year, 2 years ago, and they're still coming out the gate strong. Whereas Marvel's doing Marvel now and now, wait, and now, and then you just got New 52, which is going to stay New 52 because let's be honest here, it's the best way to call them what they are. You've got pre-crisis, post-crisis, New 52. I mean, you could turn around and say when the next reboot comes along, we'll just call it 52, but, well, anyone who knows about 52 knows that that's not going to be a good comparison. Uh, so, winner, undecided? Read into that as what you will. Um, Next question is favorite recent titles. Uh, I haven't read, I'll be honest, the past couple months I haven't really been keeping up with because I've been working on the show and trying to get, apparently doing a marathoning show about comic books really eats up a lot of time. I mean, right now I'm working on one of the first videos I'm going to have out is going to be Girls by the Luna Brothers, so that might be why they're my favorite underrated writers right now, and maybe why I have that really good inkling for Image right now. But anyways, favorite recent titles, Saga, obviously. Come on, that's a no-brainer. Um, the new Astro City is actually coming along well. It started off pretty weak, but for me, anyways. I know a few people who really liked it, but I wasn't. But it's still generally on my pull list. Aquaman's still up on there, though. That's, well, anyone who's in New 52 right now knows what I'm talking about. Batwing has been a lot better even since Fox's nephew, son, I think son, took over the mantle. It's actually really good. Granted, I do miss, a lot of the old that really got me into it. And by old, I mean Africa. Um, what else am I reading? Uh, I picked up the Marvel Now Thor, the Mighty Thor. That actually surprised the hell out of me. I thought it was really great. Granted, that was the relaunch, so I might have, I might have just gotten those issues that were great, and it could have turned to shit by now. Uh, Still reading Walking Dead. Come on. Oh, what else is there? Hold on, let me actually look at my pull list. No, script. Um, yes, I know I do digital more than hard copies right now, but I don't have a car. I have zero means to go at least once a week, let alone once a month, let alone every other month to a comic shop. So digital's actually helped me out a lot. Yes, I do Comixology. There's a few other, like I do DC and Marvel Direct, depending. Um, and let's see. But yeah, a lot of my recent titles have actually, I think, Captain Marvel, Thor. Again, Thor. I'm starting back at the Marvel Now release or relaunch, so I'm not fully caught up on that. So I could be, way behind on craptasticness. Captain Marvel, as in, Carol Danvers from Marvel. The Captain America I tried reading. I liked it, just didn't have the money for it, so or didn't have the money to continue it. So the favorite recent title definitely has to go. DC has my favorite mainstream titles right now. Mostly because, yes, I am being personally biased against Marvel for, the whole psych thing. And apparently, according to a lot of people, I'm just being a one more day ass about it. Oh, hey, there's one of my favorite titles out right now, Superior Spider-Man. Okay, the last few issues have been wishy-washy, and it is really starting to grate on me that, or not even great. It's just the gimmick is starting to drag. It's like Fandango for in WWE. I really don't care. But so yeah. Any specifics? Most likely leave a comment below or message me if you know me, or if you don't. Hey, whatever. Next. Oh, next one's a good one. What are my thoughts on the new Big Hero 6 movie coming out? Honestly, I didn't know anything about it until I looked it up for just these questions, and you know what? I'm actually cautiously optimistic, and yet at the same time slightly worried. A lot of people are turning around saying it's co-produced by Marvel, when actually what it is Marvel. Walt Disney is the Walt Disney production, motion picture production, whatever the hell they're calling themselves. Disney's doing it by themselves. Yes, they are. Big Hero 6 is a Marvel comic that came out in 98, 99, starring, Sunfire and Silver Samurai and a few others, including Sunpyre. Sun, I always pronounce the Sunpyre, so, or Sunpyre, maybe. But, um, female Sunfire, I think we met her during the Exiles series, but pretty much they're cutting out any references to Marvel's characters, like Silver Samurai is not in it anymore. Um, I know Sunfire isn't. Mostly everyone else is staying the same, but it's not actually a co-production. It's just Disney's doing it, and a lot of Marvel's creative are coming in to assist in the production team, including our good friend Joe Quesada, because we all love Joe Quesada. But yeah, so right now I'm cautiously optimistic. I want to wait, see what happens more in it, or when more develops, I'll have a better opinion. But right now, it's Disney. Uh, Next one, capes or no capes? I'm not going to insert the clip. I want to. I really want to, but I'm not going to. I like capes. There, I said it. Spawn's cape. Spawn's fucking 150-foot, 13 square mile long cape. I love that. When drawn well. I mean, like, that's great. No capes. Next. Alfred versus Jarvis. Who'd win? Uh, that's actually a good question. I'd automatically say Alfred because my Jarvis or the Jarvis time is 80s, 90s Jarvis, who not Tony Stark's personal robot, Paul Bettany. You know, he's actually an old aging butler. So, but Alfred, we know has had tours of overseas, especially if you've read Batman Earth One. Yeah. Long story short, Alfred. I'll leave it at that, unless we introduce Robot Jarvis, in which case Alfred, but only because he stole from the Batcave. Okay. Now that actually leads into the next one. Alfred, would I like an Alfred solo series? I would fucking love an Alfred year one. You know, them showing him being this badass butler prince or butler SWAT officer. Let me rephrase that. Yes, I would love an Alfred solo series. Alfred Year One would be amazing, showing him gain all these skills about, not even just being a butler. I would anyone who's read Batman Earth One knows that Alfred isn't just a English pimp. He isn't just boss as all hell. He's got the training. He's actually been, an alcoholic. He's lost. He's where and in the main continuity, Earth 2 or Earth 52 now is great because yeah, he's got that backstory, but they never really focus. There are a few stories that focus on it, but never. Yes, I would love an Alfred year one. Let's just leave it at that before I get too rambly. Ah, next question is, how does Superman cut his hair? Well, that's simple. He uses a Gillette razor for his face because, as we all know, Gillette is the best company ever when it comes to shaving parts of your anatomy. But for his hair, he uses heat vision, either bouncing it off of a mirror or even just superheating a bit of steel. If you've ever read Superman Recharge or Superman Rebirth or Superman Transfer, when he goes blue and red, I think that's it. So, does the Punisher need a hug? Yes, but I'm not going to be the one giving it to him. Especially if he's that Franken Castle bullshit. Dick Grayson's ass. What is up with that? People like Dick Grayson's ass a lot. Why do girls like it? Same reason men like it. I don't know. However, at least sometimes he gets consensual sex. That's a plus. Although I don't think we've ever talked about. I don't think comics have ever talked about Dick Grayson's sodomy. Okay, this is not a good topic for discussion. And for the final question, just for this one, because I will do another video. What is the heroine I would most likely recommend? Or female hero. Heroine. Not. I don't know, I'm into the Heisenberg blue myself. I know that's meth, but still. Anyways, what is the my most recommended female hero? Simple. No, okay, no, it's not simple. It's a tie. I really, really like Captain Marvel's writing, the Carol Danvers Captain Marvel. But at the same time, I really loved the writing off of Batwoman. So honestly, and I'm not sure how Batwoman's going right now, so it might be lesser, but I'd have to say it's a tie. Go out there and get all the, you know, Kelly Sue stuff. Kelly Sue DeConnick, uh, Captain Marvel solo series has been phenomenal. Pick that up and pick up Batwoman. I really wish I could remember the creative team back when I read it. First couple volumes of New 52. When she got two issue zeros in the same year. Go figs. Yes, I just said go figs. But so yeah, Batwoman and Captain Marvel. My God, those sound so generic. I mean, everyone has talked about the two of them. and some people bring up the all female X-Men team that does nothing at all, and it kind of annoys me. So, yes. Well, that was enough rambling. In communication.